At the completion of this demonstration, you will be able to produce the invoice print log to help you figure out why the Hedberg system did not produce an invoice. The process can be summarized into 3 easy steps. Suspend and release the orders that did not produce an invoice, run the invoice review program for the print option, and within that program, click the Diagnose Orders button. You have just printed invoices and an order you thought that should print an invoice did not, and you cannot determine why. To find out why, run a diagnose on the order that did not print an invoice. First, suspend and release the order. This will clear any flags that would prevent it from printing. After you do that, run the invoicing review program with the print option. The next step is to tell the Hedberg system which orders did not produce an invoice. We will click on the Selected Orders radio button in the Selection Options section in the lower left-hand side of the screen and enter the order that did not produce an invoice. The Diagnose Orders button produces the invoice print log. Do not click the Create button. If you do, you will have to exit from the invoice review program and start over. The invoice print log explains why the order did not print an invoice. This invoice did not print because the invoice indicator in the order header is set to complete, and the line's processing code's invoice indicators are set to invoice after the goods are delivered and after you are invoiced by the vendor. In order to get these lines to print, the invoice indicator must be changed to partial or immediate. If you still have a question as to why the order did not print an invoice, please contact Hedberg Customer Support with your question and a copy of the report. These are the most common reasons why an order or line will not print on an invoice. The line has been canceled. Canceled lines cannot print on an invoice. The line has already been invoiced. Use order inquiry to see if the line has been invoiced. The line's invoice when indicator has been overridden by the header's invoicing indicator. This is the reason we used in the sample on the previous slide. Use order inquiry to check the invoicing indicator and use invoice status edit to change the invoice when indicator. The order is marked invoice complete. Completely process the remaining lines or change the invoice when or invoicing indicator. The child line is ready to invoice before the parent line. You will have to call Hedberg Customer Support to resolve this. The line is part of a standard marked Invoice Complete. Use Product Standard Maintenance to change the billing indicator or deliver the other lines of the standard. The line has an invalid sales, processing, or tax code. Edit the order line to use a valid code. The sales, cost of goods, or inventory account location or department is invalid. Use General Ledger to correct the account location or department, then use Invoice Status Edit to take the order off of invoice hold. The line status is inactive. This can be caused by canceled lines. The line or order has been placed on hold. Use Invoice Status Edit to take the line or order off hold status. The order is not ready to invoice because the invoice to print flag is set to no. Suspend and release the order to clear the invoice to print flag in the order header. A common reason why an order line will not print on an invoice and no message appears on the print log is that the line is a cost-only line. Cost-only lines print on a separate page of the invoice only if the Print Cost-Only Invoice program option is active. The Diagnose Invoices process can be summarized into 3 easy steps. Suspend and release the orders that did not produce an invoice, run the invoicing review program for the print option, and within that program, click the Diagnose Orders button. If you still have a question as to why the order did not print an invoice, please contact Hedberg Customer Support with your question and a copy of the report.
If you'd like to review any sections of this demonstration, click on the topic in the table of contents on the left. To exit, click the X in the upper right-hand corner.